Yo, yo, yo. YouTube, what up? We are live. Waiting on DS to join the chat. I was just thinking it's a good time to get on here, talk a little bit if anybody wants to talk. There's nobody live in the MMA space until another 45 minutes, another hour. They go live for the fight companions, right? But that's not what we're doing here. We're doing a little pre fight show. Hopefully, DS joins us and hopefully people join us. I'm ready to go, man. Talk some UFC 323. I'm excited. Should be a banger of a card. Of course, I got the shirt. I'm repping my boy Merab the Machine, Dwalishvili. I'm excited, guys. I'm nervous, a little nervous, can't lie to you, but it is what it is. So let's get it going. About to post on Instagram, let people know we are live, so bear with me for a second. Boom. DS, where you at, brother? I know you're here in spirit, but we're waiting for you in person, dog. I'm excited to talk some UFC 323, Rob the Machine, Alexander Pantoja, the retirement fight of Henry Cejudo, the return of Jan Blachowicz. Guys, this should be a banger of a card. I mean, just going through it, right? At this point, since nobody's here yet, Muhammad Naimov, Myron Santos. Give you guys my predictions going through this card. I'm going Myron Santos. It's a close fight. I think it's closer than a lot of people are making it seem. Myron Santos, we've seen some holes in his game. Muhammad Naimov, same thing, right? He hasn't been too impressive in the UFC. He is explosive. He is dangerous. So I'm excited for that. Davey in the chat saying money bags. What up, Davey? I'll be seeing you tonight, brother. I will be seeing you tonight. I believe you're coming over. So let's get it. I'm robbed by bad things. Moving on, guys. Next fight of the night: Mansur Abdulmalik, Antonio Trocoli. I haven't seen a single person on the planet on YouTube, TV on YouTube, anywhere, Instagram. No fucking pickers are taking Antonio Trocoli. So of course, Mansur Abdulmalik is a absolute lock, but he's like minus 1,000. That's kind of that tells you what it is. Iwo versus Ebo is an interesting ass fight. This is something I'm excited for. Real quick, hit the comment, Davey. Pizza or wings, brother? Whatever you want to bring, you bring. You know what I'm saying? Like you bring. If it's pizza that you want, brother, bring pizza. You're just back in town into Chicago. I feel like you're feeding some Lou Malnati's deep dish. Shout out Lou Malnati's. So if you want to bring that, bring that. You want to bring some wings, brother? Bring some wings. We're gonna get it popping. NTRD, what up, baby? Saying Mansur by sub. Shout out NTRD, guys. Go follow this dude on Instagram. That picks competition that we're doing, he is the one that actually like fucking runs the whole goddamn thing. So he knows that we here at the 107 MMA are number one, the greatest pickers on the planet. That's what we do. Shout out NTRD. Yeah, anyways, going back to that Iwo versus Ebo, an interesting fight. I mean, Ebo Arsalan is a guy that has shown us crazy power in the division, right? Like we know he has nukes for hands. He's got stupid power, but he seems one dimensional, right? This is a guy that has shown us that he gets tired, a guy that has shown us that he has nothing but punching power. So I think at this point, Iwo Barnowski, who we did see on the Contender Series, it's more of like I'll take a flyer on the unknown, more so than the guy that I know won't really get that far. What is that dot above Ebo's name? That's wild. Is that a little I? Anyways, we move on. Edson Jr. Barbosa taking on Jalen Turner. Guys, I'm worried for Edson Barbosa, man. A lot of people are worried about Jalen Turner coming back and, after this retirement, how into it is he? Edson Barbosa is a guy that looks aging. We saw him at UFC 319 live in Chicago. I was with his coach, Alex Davis, spent a lot of time with him that weekend. I'm worried for Junior, man. I'm getting bad vibes from the camp. I'm getting bad vibes from Junior in general. I think Jalen Turner absolutely mauls him. Shout out MB7963 in the chat saying custom UFC gloves leaked on Max Holloway's video. I saw that. Those look dope, man. I like the red ones more than the white ones. But if they start doing custom gloves, first of all, if they do custom gloves, that's like an easy cash grab. I love me some gloves. Shout out Patricky Pitbull for the signed Bellator gloves. Dude's a fucking beast. But yeah, man, I would love that. I would love some Merab gloves. I got the shorts upstairs. I should have been wearing them for the stream, but love that shit. Anytime we get more merch, I'm all for it, dog. I'm all for it. Moving on, next fight, Marvin Vettori, Bruno Ferreira, probably the most 50-50 fight I've seen from watching everybody's pick videos and everybody's breakdowns. I mean, it is as simple as people are making it seem, right? It's a guy with crazy finishing potential in Bruno Ferreira versus a guy in Marvin Vettori that doesn't get finished. Like, the dude just has a granite chin, probably the best chin we've ever seen in UFC history. At least it's up there. It's up there for history. It's probably the best chin right now. Does it finally get cracked? I guess we're going to find out. I'm hedging on the side of no. I'm going Marvin Vettori by decision. I think if you're going to bet that, I think fight goes the distance is a great prop to play on this fight. This next fight, guys, Nazim Sadikov, Fares Ziam, I am super goddamn excited for, man. First and foremost, these are two guys that have both kind of flown under the radar, right? Fares Ziam, a guy that was constantly kind of made fun of, talked down upon in the MMA community for being a boring fighter. And, you know, once he got that finish of Matt Frivola, that knee, which was absolutely crazy, a lot of people started taking notice of him. And the Smile Killer at this point is right outside the rankings. He's taking on a guy that I think is dangerously underrated, a teammate of Merab Dvalishvili over at Sarah Longo, Nazim Sadikov, a guy that is always coming out there super goddamn aggressive. The fight with him and Nicholas Mata up there, top 3, top 4 fights of the year. That's a fight of the year candidate for sure. This dude's aggressive. He's got nasty power. I'm rooting for Nazim Sadikov to beat Fares Ziam. 1, because I like him more. 2, I want Merab in good spirits, boys. I am a Merab Dvalishvili Glazer, if you didn't know. So shout out Nazim Sadikov. Shout out Sarah Longo. Shout out DS. What up, baby? I can't hear anything, Dino. Still can't hear you, but I could see your beautiful face. So that's really what matters. Can you hear me? That's good. I like you better when you're quiet. You know what I mean? You like, look at
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you, unfortunately. What up, dog?
My fucking mic just broke, bro. So I'm just using my laptop mic, but whatever.
It's super like robotic.
Is it?
Yeah. You sound like Merab needs an oil change, brother.
Type shit. Still?
Yeah. It's off. What happened to your mic?
Like the fucking port is like loose as fuck.
You got to try to fix that, brother.
Yeah. Let me hop back in.
Yep. All right, guys. He'll be back after some fucking technical difficulties. We move on. Macy Barber, Karine Silva. Hey, Karine Silva, man. A lot of people love this girl. She's a great prospect. I enjoy her too. But I think people forgot about Macy Barber. I know she's the favorite in this fight. Macy Barber pre-health shit, right? She had the health concerns last time out, had a seizure in her main event. That got canceled. It was a crazy thing. That all happened post-boob job. So Macy Barber has a boob job, then she has a seizure. A lot of people link those things together. And I don't know how much of that is true. I don't know how much of that is bullshit. But either way, she ended up in the hospital multiple times. Long stays in the hospital. And yeah, I feel bad for her. You know, prayers up. Hopefully she's good. I don't think she would be fighting if she wasn't good. I don't think the doctors would clear her. I don't think her team would let her do it. So I have to go into this fight assuming that Macy Barber is at full health. And if that's the case, man, I think she mauls Karine Silva. Macy Barber, super goddamn aggressive, guys. The clinch work is great. The ground control is great. She's one of very few women in this division that's really goddamn aggressive. And I know Karine Silva is aggressive too. She's dangerous. She's a finisher. I just don't see Macy Barber being finished in this one. So if that's the case, I have to stick with Macy Barber. I'm going Macy Barber by decision. I think we get an actual entertaining women's fight. So yeah, let's go Macy Barber. Moving on, T-Rex, Terrence McKinney taking on Chris Duncan. We all already know what this fight is, right? Let's not mince words. Let's not bullshit. Let's not lie to ourselves. Terrence McKinney is a guy that goes out there like a bat out of hell. In the first 3 to 4 minutes of a fight, he is arguably one of the best lightweights on the entire planet. As soon as we hit that 4 or 5 minute mark, Terrence McKinney's cardio, his pace, his aggressiveness, his power, his finishing ability fucking plummet, and they fall back down to earth, and he becomes very finishable. He actually becomes subpar. Chris Duncan, on the other hand, a guy that is known for getting his ass whooped and coming back and then finding himself a finish. It seems like this is one I've been teetering on. I am going Terrence McKinney, but part of me right now, as I'm talking myself through it, makes me feel like Chris Duncan probably wins this fight, man. I mean, he's made for surviving this, right? But the only problem and the only reason I'm going T-Rex instead of Chris Duncan is because Terrence McKinney is a lot better than the guys that Chris Duncan has been fighting recently. DS, what up, baby?
What up? Am I still robotic?
You sound great now.
Woo!
You sound
actually,
great,
you know what I did to fix it? So
What did you
for
do?
everybody out there, if you ever have any mic problems, I took a can of Altoids and I beat the fuck out of it. Like the port just fucking absolutely wrecked that shit.
Yeah, I mean that works, right? It sounds like it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out. So yeah, DS, I was just kind of flying through the card until you were here, just giving giving the picks out. T-Rex and Chris Duncan, man. This is one that I honestly, like, as we get closer to fight time, I'm starting to get really concerned about our pick here. We of course did go Terrence McKinney, but dude, I'm fucking nervous. Literally, like, as I'm talking through it, Chris Duncan is a guy that survives ass beatings and then finishes people. And Terrence McKinney is a guy that beats the shit out of people, and then when he loses, it's because he stopped beating the shit out of them and then gets his ass whooped. It's like,
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen both of these guys like implement their game plan very well, and we've also seen them both like completely get taken out of it. It completely backfires. Like Chris Duncan, he's been durable lately, but it felt like early on in his UFC career that wasn't necessarily the case. Terrence McKinney, I mean, we know what he is, so I don't know, man. This is a really tough one. I did not bet this. I only I guess I did in my small like full card parlay, but this is a tough one. I mean, like you said,
yeah,
I'm very, very 50-50 on this. Maybe I am starting to lean a little bit more Chris Duncan.
yeah, but fuck it. Our official picks have been submitted. By the way, DS, I don't know if you were watching earlier. NTRD hopped in here. Shout out NTRD. Everyone go follow him on Instagram. He runs the little thing that we're doing, the fucking picks competition. What place are we in, DS?
Oh, we just happen to be in first place, baby.
Oh, first place. So what does that mean in layman's terms?
In layman's terms, that just means that your boys are the number one most accurate predictors, at least in that squad. And there's 20 or 30 MMA pages on there that are part of it, MMA creators. So, just light work, baby.
DS, what percent do we generally like pick at?
I think we're picking at over 70% on the year.
Yeah,
Over
and that's
70%.
two people. That's two people combined into one fucking pick thing. I feel like DS,
two Dinos combining into one double D.
I feel like when look, this, I don't know if the math works on this. In my fucking simpleton ass mind, it does. But when we disagree on a pick, what we do is we talk about it and we like kind of give each other our arguments as for why. Like, let's say I was picking Terrence McKinney and DS was picking Chris Duncan. We're going to talk about it before we submit our official 10-7 picks because we have to fucking come to a decision on one.
It's a real democratic process.
That's what I'm saying. So we argue and we fucking tell each other, why we think this guy's going to win. Whoever has the most compelling argument wins. You know what's fucked up?
And then beyond that, if one of us can convince the other, that's the best way. But if not, then we just go on percent confidence, essentially. It's like,
right.
If I'm 60%, you're 70%, we'll just go with your guy.
We'll probably ride with that. And you know what I've noticed, DS? And again, maybe this doesn't make sense. I feel like we do better, like, if we go against the grain there.
Yeah.
Like, it's the less confident person that actually ends up winning that one.
Yeah.
Like, the majority
maybe
of the time.
We should start doing that then.
We can't because we pick at such a high clip. It's not just like, fuck us, pick against us. You know what I mean?
Type shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, Davey says, put the money in the bag. Davey, the money is going to be in the bag, brother. And you know that. You already know that. Especially you, of all people, know that. The money is in the bag. We move on from Terrence McKinney and Chris Duncan to an interesting fight, DS. A very interesting fight, an interesting placement on the card. Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. We go back, fucking rewind 3 minutes later or earlier. Terrence McKinney, Chris Duncan. This is the like prototypical, quintessential final prelim of a pay-per-view card. It's a guaranteed finish. It's guaranteed violence. But then they're like, nah, we're going to give you that. And then before we ask you to pay us fucking $90 for the last time ever, here, have Grant Dawson, Manuel Torres, which could be a phenomenal finish by Manuel Torres.
Yeah, it's
Could
not
be
going to be
finished by Grant Dawson, but more than likely,
Yeah,
if Grant Dawson wins, it's a fucking 20-minute, well, 15-minute, but I'm including the walkouts. I'm including the time in the corner, probably just 15 minutes of nonsense.
yeah. I mean, this is a very straightforward one, right? Like it's either Manuel Torres is going to get the knockout, or Grant Dawson is going to get the sub, right? Or Grant Dawson could win by decision.
Yeah.
I think the least likely would be Manuel Torres winning by decision. I could see it though. I mean, I could see him just landing bigger shots, Grant Dawson just not being finished. And I don't know, man. I could see this fight going many, many different ways. And this is another one. I mean, that I'm not terribly confident in. Honestly, I think we ended up going with Grant Dawson, right?
Yeah, we went Grant Dawson.
Yeah, I think I'm still leaning that way because I think, man, they're like the part of the game that they're not good at. Like each of them, like Grant Dawson is not the best striker, right? Manuel Torres, like I feel like Manuel Torres is a better grappler than Grant Dawson is a striker. If that makes sense, do you agree with that?
Yeah,
but it's like Grant Dawson is like very, very, very high level. So I don't know, man. I mean, this is another one that's super tough. Like I mean, I wouldn't mind sprinkling a little on Manuel Torres. What are the odds on this now? Do you know?
Yeah, I'll check it out for you.
I would be very curious. Like, when we last spoke, it was minus 210 Grant Dawson, but plus 180 for Manuel Torres.
Minus 270 Grant Dawson right now. Money coming in.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I expected the odds to close on this.
Fuck, man. I mean, what's like a sprinkle on a knockout by Manuel Torres? Not a bad bet. I mean, don't bet the house or anything, but shit.
Manuel Torres KO is plus 300 DS. Not a bad sprinkle.
What's Manuel Torres first round KO?
Let me see. Round and method of victory. Manuel Torres first round KO plus 450.
I mean, dude.
I
like that. I mean, those are some sick fucking odds.
And
I would sprinkle that.
Here's the thing.
I wouldn't put it in a parlay, but sorry.
Right, of course not. But what I think, it's fucked up because Grant Dawson's such a good fighter. 2 career losses. He had a long winning streak in the UFC. He's a dominant.
The Bobby Green fight, man. Like the Bobby Green fight, fucking like just
Jesus. That was like honestly, like not that I love Grant Dawson, and I actually like Bobby Green a lot. Like if you're an MMA fan, who doesn't like Bobby Green, right? Like the longevity, the amount of entertaining fights he's given us, the cool finishes and shit. But it's like, dude, I did not expect that at all, and I was so goddamn disappointed when that fight ended, like 40 seconds into it. Like I was gearing up for a 20-minute, 25-minute fight. We just got like 40 seconds. I was like, I guess it's time to sleep now. That was
I did not see that coming at all whatsoever. I just thought Grant Dawson would be much too high level. So that's my thing is like, if you get fucking slept like that, Manuel Torres has more power than Bobby Green.
Yeah, of course. And way more finishing ability. Real quick, yes, going back to the chat earlier in the chat before you got in here, this guy MB7963 said custom UFC gloves leaked on Max Holloway's channel. Did you see that? They're like the same pattern as his shorts. And apparently in 2026, they're going to start doing, you get custom shorts, you get custom gloves. And I was like, I'm down for the merch, brother. I'm down for some fucking merch.
I'm down. I wonder if that's going to like have any, like, what if you wear some like wear gloves, the same color shorts, like as your opponent's shorts. So you can just be grabbing like fucking.
I'm sure. I mean, look, when it comes to I don't think they would do that. Like if Max Holloway's fighting someone, they're not going to have white shorts.
Oh, okay. I see them. Yeah, literally the same design.
All
right.
I think that's cool.
I mean, that's fine, I guess. Fucking one more thing to make a little money, I guess, for them. But I mean, whatever. I'm not really looking at the gloves. The shorts, fine, but the gloves, meh.
I just like the merch idea. Like, I think it's cool. Like, imagine, like, here, I was showing the Patricky Pitbull signed Bellator gloves that we have right here. These are sick. Yep. I'm like, imagine some Max Holloway signed gloves, like custom gloves. Those are sick. You know what I mean? Or
that's
Poirier
true.
Floral gloves signed and shit. Those would be badass for like just collection. Anyways, let's move on. Main card DS, Jan Blachowicz, Bogdan Guskov. Another fight, man. Another, first of all, shout out Jan Blachowicz, legendary Polish power, not just regular Polish power. Okay? Because there's Polish power, and that's like right about here. And then there's legendary Polish power, and that's at least 2, would you say 2, 3 notches above that?
Minimum
2 to 3 notches. And Jan Blachowicz, I'm excited to see him back, DS. A tough go of things as of late. 2 straight losses and then a split decision or a draw. I'm sorry, a draw that went against him.
with Ankalaev.
Right. There's arguments to be made that he won all 3 fights. Like I know that like it's not likely that he won all 3, but I can see an argument in every one of those fights saying that he won it. That's high level comp, man. That's a former champion in Magomed Ankalaev. That's a current champion in Alex Pereira, and then in all likelihood, the next guy fighting for the title in Carlos Ulberg. And this guy could have beat all 3 at the ripe age of, what is he, 42 now?
Now 42, yeah.
God damn, man. Jan Blachowicz is an absolute stud. And DS, he was kind of, I don't want to say journeyman, but like he wasn't a guy that anyone ever thought would get to the title back in the day, right? He was a guy that like he was he would win a lot of fights. He had that legendary Polish power or whatever, but he was a dude that would kind of sit at the top of the rankings, breaks through at an older age, wins the title when John Jones leaves the division, and then of course loses it to Glover Teixeira, who randomly enough, coincidentally enough, broke through at 42, as John Anik likes to say, right? So Jan Blachowicz still sticking around, bro. He's a hell of a fucking fighter. He's taking on Bogdan Guskov, a guy that is all power, a guy that you actually like his grappling. You think there's something more to his grappling game training with Walter Walker, right?
I mean, I don't know that it's better. I let me put it this way. I don't mind it. I think it's better than I originally thought when he came into the UFC, right? But I mean, Jan's no schlub as far as the grappling goes either. He's got pretty good wrestling. So, apparently the title says 322, by the way.
Well, sometimes you make mistakes, brother.
According to the chat. Thanks, Burko.
Boom.
Yeah, look, man. When we first talked about this earlier this week, this fight in particular, I was kind of leaning Guskov. Like I figured that Jan is going to be the better overall fighter, but 42 years old, a guy with a lot of power. But honestly, as I continue to watch more tape and just kind of watch their last few, like I think Jan still has it, man. Like he's not in his prime anymore, but watching his last few fights, like I think he still has it. He's still got obviously the big power as well. I think Guskov has a chance in the first round, but ultimately, man, I'm just gonna go with the better fighter overall here. I know he's 42. I mean, I could see it. I could see Guskov chinning him in the first round. That's what I originally had picked, but I'm switching. I'm taking Jan Blachowicz. I'm gonna say by decision, but we'll see.
And shout out Burko, like you said, title says 322. Made a mistake and it won't let me edit it right now. So we're kind of just in this shit, DS, unfortunately. Okay. But look what I did at the bottom.
Nobody's going to find us. They're going to think we're breaking down last cards.
All right. And hey, last card, I could tell you everything about it. But look at the bottom. If you follow us on Instagram at D107MMA, where we're number 1. Also, by the way, it's 323. Thank you, Burko. Shout out. I'm going to type it in.
Okay.
Shout out. How do you spell Burko?
Berko.
Shout out Burko. Look at you, Burko.
More to it, but yeah.
Shout out Burko. Yeah, I'm with you, DS. I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, it's a tough fight. I mean, it's. Do you think Jan Blachowicz gets chinned? The reason I'm going Jan Blachowicz is because I haven't seen him get chinned in such a long ass time. NTRD says Guskov chins him in 1. We will see, brother. We shall see. Burko, no worries, boys. The content is great. That's what matters. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. It means a lot to us. By the way, if you're new here, like and subscribe, please. It would mean a lot to us. We're trying to hit that young 2K, DS. Trying to hit that young 2K.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, like I mean, I could see a world where I'll go on and I think that Jan will eat a big shot in the first round, and I think he will kind of stumble a little bit, but I think he'll just be able to weather the storm.
That's what it's about. So we'll see, man. There's something to be said about a guy who's a champion, right? Like, I don't see Bogdan Guskov ever becoming, I don't even see him getting close to the title. I mean, he peaks out for me. Like, all things go right for him. Bogdan Guskov peaks at like number 6, 7, 5. You know what I mean? 6, 7.
I think I think we're like there, I think we're there. Like,
so it's like, even if he beats Jan, that's fucking it. He's not beating anybody else. And then, this is a guy that's been at the top of the mountain. Davey says, I only came here for these sexy men. Thank you, Davey.
Thanks, bro.
See, bro. Real recognize real. Beauty fucking attracts beauty, DS. It is what it is. We move on to the next fight of the night. It's the retirement of Triple C, the king of cringe, Henry Cejudo, the shortest fighter in the entire UFC roster. He's taken on Peyton Talbot, a tall, strapping young man who may or may not be dating Frank Ocean, right? But regardless of the fact whether he's dating Frank Ocean or not, this kid can fucking fight. And yes, there was the Raoni Barcelos performance, which was disappointing. But man, last time out, he seemed like he fixed a lot of the shit that he needed to fix, DS. We got Mark in the chat saying 6'7". You feel me? Hey, I just go with the flow. I'm not really sure what 6'7" means, but I think that's the whole point of it, right? Is that it doesn't mean anything. And they want old people to be like, what the fuck is this?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm still with the shits, bro. I still got it. But look, Peyton Talbot, after that Raoni Barcelos fight, good improvements. Is it enough to beat a guy in Henry Cejudo, who, again, former champion, former Olympic gold medalist? I think that stays with you forever. It's not former. You are an Olympic gold medalist. But Henry Cejudo, to me, the problem, DS, is that he never uses his wrestling in fights the way that you would think an Olympic gold medalist would. He also never really had ground control. And he's fucking tiny and he's old and he hasn't won a fight since his comeback, man. He hasn't won a fight since 2020. So I have to stick with Peyton Talbot here, man. I think he just wins this fight. Too young, too hungry. And in the face-offs, I don't know if I misheard what he said, but it looked like Henry kind of like, tapped him on the arm and he's like, go easy on me, which is a fucking wild thing to say when you're about to fight someone.
Yeah, that could be also mind games too.
Yeah.
There's also, to me, there's something to be said about like when you've already decided it's your retirement fight, right? Yeah. Are you like, I don't know. Have you packed it in? And I know he's a legend of the sport, triple C, all that bullshit, right? And like on paper, like this is the shit that Talbot, that's like his weakness, right? The wrestling is and the ground game, like being held down essentially. But that, like you said, like Cejudo is not the type to be like a rock on top of you and just kind of wear you down with top control. And I don't really see that happening here.
Top control
type shit.
Hey, look, I enjoy some top control. Peyton Talbot.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't, brother? Who doesn't? But all that being said, I think also like the fact that he's a taller dude, he's gonna have quite a bit of reach. He's gonna have a few inches on Cejudo. And I just think he's gonna be able to leverage his height and his size, on the ground.
He's gonna have a couple inches. He's gonna leverage his size.
I don't think Cejudo has the girth nor the tonnage anymore, to be honest with you. Plus the retirement fight. Plus he's old.
Yes. What's the difference in inches between these two?
Like 6.
Gee, that's a lot. 6'7".
Right? 6'7", 5'6".
Type shit.
I'm gonna go with Talbot now. It's Henry Cejudo, right? And he's not even that young. Peyton Talbot's what, 27?
I don't know. Type shit.
I think he's 27. So he's not like, we talk about him like he's like this fucking green ass like prospect. Like, it's time to fucking show us something, right? And I know he's looked pretty good, but the Raoni Barcelos fight kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, but let's see what you got, man. This is obviously a big test for him.
Mark in the chat with what seems to be a dab emoji. Okay. We got Burko. Even if this fight goes to a decision, I'm afraid they're going to rob Cejudo to hype up Talbot.
And I said that the other day.
Yeah,
we both said that on the stream the other day too. Exactly that. If it's even like kind of close, it's like the Montreal Screwjob thing, right? Like Vince McMahon didn't want Bret Hart to go and leave the company with the title. There's no linear champ, all this bullshit, right? Like that's the whole business, right? So,
and if
I
the
know
business is true.
What's up?
I said, and if the business is
true.
If
the business is true, God, I hate that. But yeah, I mean, he's not leaving to go somewhere else. I know he's just retiring, so it's not like, it's not quite the same. But still, you got a prospect. I think there's a reason they gave him Cejudo. It's the biggest name with probably at this point the easiest way for him to win when we're talking about this point of the rankings. So
yeah, straight up. Davey says pump is very important. Davey, a lot of things are important. Pump, the inches that you have over your opponent, the inches we need, the 6 inches in front of your face. Or whatever.
I can't do it for you.
Hey, by the way, Peyton Talbot, pound for pound, the worst tattoo in UFC history, right? Just like a fucking hole through his midsection.
No,
it's really bad, dude. It's just a circle.
No, MMA fighters are just like, they have so many bad tattoos. And I mean, CM Punk has a Pepsi tattoo and he fought in the UFC.
True. Shout out CM Punk, by the way. He's here. All right, we move on. Next fight of the night, Brandon Moreno, Tatsuro Taira. An interesting fight, man. A crossroads fight, DS. a former champion, I believe a two-time champion in Brandon, the Assassin Baby Moreno, who, by the way, since we're speaking about pound for pound random things, shout out Toad, who said like he pound for pound, he has like the most bite for his bark or some shit along those lines. I get where he was going with that.
He was getting real poetic with it for sure.
Another thing that Brandon Moreno pound for pound has to be in the rankings, for is the walkout. Brandon Moreno with one of the best walkouts in the UFC. He has a custom fucking song. It's literally Soy Brandon Moreno type shit.
Yeah. Hell
So
yeah.
it's a fun walkout. He's taking on Tatsuro Taira, man. A prospect DS that I think is like a top of the line.
He's for real.
Yeah, I really believe in this kid. We've seen him fight live back at UFC 290. Man, as sticky as they come on the ground, this guy gets you. That sounds like a Peyton Talbot thing. Look, but no, honestly, when this guy gets you on the ground, dude, he gets position like you're fucked. You are stuck there. This dude is going to maintain control at all times, and he is super goddamn dangerous on the ground.
That all sounds insane, honestly. If you like look at it from that perspective, all that sounded fucking crazy.
MMA in general, when you're talking about it, seems fucking crazy. You know what I mean? We're sitting here, bro, how many inches is this guy? Oh, 2-inch advantage, bro? Oh, dude, he's going to ground and pound him. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? You know what I mean? But look, hey, Tatsuro Taira is a legit prospect, man. I just don't think at this point in his career, Diaz, like we saw him fight Brandon Royval, and he lost that fight. Brandon Moreno's better than Brandon Royval, I think.
Certainly.
Right, at this point. So I'm going Brandon Moreno, man. I think he's too good everywhere. I think he's seen everything that Tatsuro Taira has to offer. And yesterday, I like to see some of that fire in Brandon Moreno that we saw at the press conference. Tatsuro Taira had said on media day that he has to finish Brandon Moreno, and that's what he plans on doing, which is such like a generic ass thing to say. And then Brandon Moreno took offense to that. Like, that's not happening. You're not finishing me. Like, you could maybe.
Brandon Moreno is fucking as durable as they come, man. Like we've seen him take some absolute fucking damage, dude. Like, get fucked up, and like still not like there's not a moment where he's not in it still. Like, it's kind of crazy. He's unbelievably durable, man. I think that's like one of the most underrated things that he has is his durability. It's crazy.
Also, that fight with him and Davison Figueiredo the first time around, top 3 fights ever in UFC Apex history. Real quick before we go to UDS, Taira looks so goddamn good on the back. Again, that's another pause situation, Burko. But the way he climbed Perez was
no doubt,
absolutely crazy.
No doubt. This side of Pantoja, there's nobody better, I think. And you said the other day that he might be better than Pantoja. He might be, man.
In situation, like in spots.
Yeah. Okay. Not better than Pantoja, period. Just better than Pantoja as far as being a backpack and getting the back and all that.
Yeah, I'm referring to ground game in general, Diaz. But I mean, again, in spots. I just want to clarify. Like, they're like overall ground game Pantoja still to me. Tatsuro Taira is a really fucking good wrestler, man. He's really goddamn sticky. And like Burko was saying, once he's locked up on you, once he has that fucking triangle around you, like I don't see anybody getting up.
No, and he's live from anywhere. Like he's one of those guys where he can get a submission from goddamn near any position, right? So again, for me, it's just like we're not talking about anybody. Like, man, look, we argued the other day that Pantoja's the GOAT of the division. I do believe that, right? I think he surpassed Mighty Mouse. If you look at the level of competition, he's cleaned out the division like 3 times over, and at least the top guys in the division. It's not, look at the amount of title defenses. It's not all that close to me. I mean, I know multiple title, whatever. For me, for my money at flyweight, Pantoja's the best, right? Yeah. I don't think Brandon Moreno is far behind, right? Like, I think he's like
a top 3-4 flyweight ever.
I don't think you put him below 3. I don't think you put him below 3, honestly. Maybe you want to put Mighty Mouse ahead of him, fine. I don't know about that.
Figgy's got the argument with Brandon Moreno.
Okay, fine. Yeah, top 4 at worst. You're right. Top 4 at worst. Okay. All I'm trying to say is there's no situation that he hasn't been in. He's unbelievably durable. Yes, Taira is the better grappler, but Brandon Moreno is a good fucking grappler, right? We've seen him pull some crazy ass scrambles out. Like I said, like he's been in
Pantoja, like
and those are dangerous ass guys in the Pantoja. We just talked about how dangerous he is with the submissions, right? He was riding fucking Brandon Moreno pause for like he had his back for like a whole fucking round, like in the last fight, I want to say. Again, takes a lot of damage. He's gonna be fine, man. He's gonna be fine. I don't think Brandon Moreno's done yet. Also, like we're talking about him like he's fucking old. I think Brandon Moreno is like 33. Like I don't have it in front of me right now. I don't have Tapology up, but like He's not older than 33, I don't think. So he might even be like 31. Maybe not. But anyway, my point is he's just too well-rounded, right? Taira is better in the grappling. I think in the striking, it's not going to be particularly close. I think Taira is improving. And when you're a young fighter, you can expect to see some legitimate improvements every single time out. I just don't think that he's going to be well-rounded enough in every facet of this one to be able to stay with Brandon Moreno. Okay, he's 32. Thank you.
I think
this
he's
is a
turning
3-rounder.
32 like real soon.
Yeah, this is a 3-rounder, right? So I think I mean, what do you think? Would it benefit Moreno if it was a 5-rounder?
Yeah, 100%.
I think so too. That's like my one thing is like
he turns 32 tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy early birthday, Brandon.
A little early birthday present for him if he wins.
Because I was looking at Tapology and it's like 31 years, 11 months, 4 weeks. I'm like, man, that's now. I believe. Yeah. But yeah, shout out Burko. Moreno's 32. He says plus
650 for Taira sub. No doubt.
Fuck yeah.
No doubt. Like both things can be true. I 100% agree with that. Plus 650 is kind of fucking. It's kind of fucking crazy, to be honest with you. That is a smash sprinkle, right?
Like, you know what kind of play this is for me, DS? A plus 650 Taira sub. It's not something I'm going to play right now, this minute. I'm going to go into the card. If I'm up or I'm fucking like, if
it's
I'm
a hedge, it's a great hedge.
I'm saying if I'm up sizable or if I'm down sizable, that's when I would throw it at that. If everything's like going pretty good, I'm all right. I'll stay off it. But if I'm down a good amount, it's definitely worth a sprinkle to catch back up. And if you're fucking up big, why not get up bigger, right? So I fuck with that. This is a banger fight. It's going to tell us a lot about Tatsuro Taira. One more thing. I don't want to like overdo this one. But if Tatsuro Taira somehow gets a win versus Brandon Moreno, absolutely massive for his stock, massive for his star power, massive for the UFC cracking into Japan, which they've been trying to do for a long-ass time now. Tatsuro Taira, if he beats Brandon Moreno, will be the next title challenger for assuming Pantoja wins, right? Like if Pantoja wins, it's Taira. If Pantoja loses, he's going to get an automatic rematch. So let's get on to that fight. Alexandre Pantoja, Josh Van kind of gave away the pick if you don't know what it is. It's Alexandre Pantoja.
Do you think there's a world? How many more fights do you think Pantoja has in him?
4 or 5, dude. Like he's still good. I haven't
4
seen
or 5.
A sign.
I don't know. I don't know that he has 4 or 5. Like
I haven't
can't
seen
do it. I don't know that we're gonna see it. Like
I don't know, DS. Look, I haven't seen a sign of Pantoja slowing down. But real quick, talking about this particular fight, Josh Van, the darling of the MMA community, he's young. He's the first fighter born in the 2000s, looking to get to become a UFC champion. I get it, man. I love Josh Van. I know you have been on the Josh Van train since like the moment he entered the UFC. Like we were doing the breakdown. You saw a film. You're like, I love this fucking kid. Look, we love Josh Van. Shout out Josh Van. Shout out Myanmar, who shows us love for no fucking reason on this channel. But I think it's too early for him, man. Charles Johnson, a friend of the channel, that was like a big test for Josh Van. And we picked CJ. I picked CJ by 3rd round knockout, by the way. That's the kind of fucking
that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane that you did. That's nuts. I mean,
that's the kind of insight you get here. But Charles Johnson knocked him out, and I was like, okay, it's a little, too soon for Josh Van. Then he just fucking keeps climbing the rankings, gets a short notice opportunity. What happened?
It was just a little blip.
Yeah,
it was a blip on the radar. It was just like it's fine. Just keep it going.
Boom. And look, DS, he got there. He got a short notice opportunity to fight Brandon Royval, who was supposed to, of course, fight Manel Kape. That fight's fucking scheduled for next week at this point. Goes in there and fucking beats Brandon Royval. I think Brandon Royval was winning that fight for 14 minutes and 40 seconds until he gets dropped in that last round. Josh Van steals the round, which again, it's not like he stole the fight. It was a robbery. He justifiably won. Like he actually won the fight, but it was just a momentary lapse of judgment in Royval going out there swinging, doing the Max Holloway and shit. Great fight, great upset for Josh Van there. He gets a title shot against Alexandre Pantoja. He's too young, man. He's 24 years old. He doesn't have the grappling. Yes, he's got good wrestling defense, but it's not Alexandre Pantoja level. If this fight gets to the ground, which I think Pantoja can take it there, Josh Van is not going to be able to have – he doesn't have the jiu-jitsu skills. Pantoja's been doing jiu-jitsu longer than Josh Van's been alive. Just put that into perspective, right?
Yeah.
Dangerous submission.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, just dangerous submission game. I just don't think there's a 24-year-old on the planet that can fucking beat Pantoja at this point, at this moment. I think 2-3 years down the line, DS, we are going to see Tatsuro Taira and Josh Van scrapping for a title, and that could be a fucking banger of a fight. And it's just not now. Before we go to you real quick, Davey says upset alert. I guess he's going Josh Van.
There's no way, bro. Like I don't like. I love Josh Van. I swear to God, like Dino said, like I've been on the Josh Van train, whatever you want to call it, since the get-go. I like his boxing more than anybody else's. I think he's fucking durable. He's like got crisp as fuck boxing. He doesn't have the one-shot power, right? Like that's like the biggest thing for me is like I think he's gonna need to be able to get more respect from Pantoja, like with some big power shots. And I don't think that's gonna happen. I just don't see that happen. And I mean, other than that, I think Pantoja's better everywhere right now.
Yeah, so I agree with that, DS. Josh Van doesn't have one-shot knockout power. He's going to have to beat Pantoja.
It's hard to have it at flyweight, you know?
If he wants to, well, Kai Kara France is a guy that had it, right?
Yeah.
The dude that came from Japan that fucking fought Pantoja for the title, Kai Asakura had it. Like he has it because of the knees and the exotic unorthodox strikes. But real quick, before we get back to these comments, he doesn't have that one-shot knockout power, meaning if he wants to TKO Alexandre Pantoja, which is Josh Van's best chance of winning this fight, he's going to have to beat him up for 3 rounds before he breaks Pantoja down. So I just can't see him outclassing Pantoja to get that.
Pantoja's going to get his back, bro. He's going to get his back, and I don't think he's going to have an easy time getting him off.
Right. I don't know if this is Karem or Kareem. He says, I think Moreno schools Taira. Davey says, and new. Burko, I think Pantoja is just that guy. Fully agree, brother. Yeah. Pantoja absolutely eats Van. Then Burko says, Van has to knock Pantoja out for the win, and Pantoja is never finished. It's hard to go with Van, not only about the grappling, but his first 5-rounder is a title fight. Pantoja makes it look easy. I agree. To me, I'm confident on a handful of fights, DS, on this card. That's probably my most confident.
Damn.
You know?
Damn.
Anything else you want to throw in about this one?
No, I'm quite confident on it too. You know?
Yeah. All right. We move on to the main event of the evening, the final fight of the final pay-per-view of the final year of pay-per-views. Merab the Machine Dvalishvili, my boy. I got the shirt. Once we get off this stream, DS, I'm about to go throw on the custom Merab shorts. I'm about to sit down.
Where's your papaja? What's it called?
Dude, I was trying to order one. They're like $300. They're like real fur. They're fucking wild. They're like, because they're like fur. You know what I mean? It's like real shit. I gotta probably find one on Temu.
You gotta find a vegan one, but it might give me
lice.
Huh? You gotta find a vegan one. Smart.
I'm saying, right? But those will probably give you like lice or scabies or some shit. Davey says Merab, and still, yeah, we're about to get into it, Davey. Look, DS, it's no surprise, man. Merab Dvalishvili going for his 4th title defense of the year. Absolutely legendary run. I've been trying to tell people for years at this point that not only is Merab the best, I swear to God, he's the best bantamweight on the planet. He's one of the best fighters on earth, and he's more entertaining than people give him fucking credit for. And he's been kind of shat on throughout his entire career for being Aljo's friend. And at this point, DS, I think people are finally starting to come around on Merab. They're starting to understand not only the skill of Merab Dvalishvili and the pace and the cardio, which is insane, and all the fun shit. They're starting to see that he's entertaining, the Instagram skits and the social media appearances and the funny shit that he says and the fact that he's entertaining and he is a special fighter. He's a Mount Everest kind of fighter. Merab Dvalishvili is that special, dude. And Bruce Buffer, I don't know if the hint was towards Merab or Pantoja or maybe alluding to some Pereira, John Jones, or McGregor news. But yesterday, Bruce Buffer caused the stir. He posted the one, the only. So there's an opportunity that Bruce Buffer goes out there tonight and presents Merab Dvalishvili as the one, the only.
Has he used that for Islam? No.
No, he's only used it for John Jones, Conor McGregor, and Poatan. Okay?
Damn.
So
that's crazy.
But the thing is
pretty crazy, actually.
So I was having a conversation with Drew yesterday. Shout out Drew. And he was like, I just don't think Merab deserves it. And I get it. You know what I mean? I'm not like stupid. I get it. Is he?
It's kind of wild. That's why I asked. Like, over Islam is kind of wild. But like, I get it though. I get it. I'm saying, like, Merab has defended his belt 4 times this year alone.
Right. When you start to like think about what Merab is doing, DS, he is the one, the only in a lot of ways. Number one, no champion is ever going to be as active as Merab has been.
No.
He's going to do a thing that
we literally may never see it again.
That's it. And he is about to be, if he wins this fight, the one, the only who has ever defended his belt 4 times in 1 year. He's also the only when it comes to cardio. He's got the best cardio in UFC history. He's got an unbelievable pace, and he's a fucking wild character. That being said, if you are picking Peter Yan, if you're one of the people out there that's picking Peter Yan, I'm going to tell you the truth of the matter. Can Peter Yan win this fight? Of course Peter Yan can win this fight. He's a fucking all-timer at bantamweight. He's a great fighter. But you're lying to yourself. You're picking Peter Yan based off of a feeling. You're picking Peter Yan based off of either a hunch or the fact that you like him or the fact that you dislike Merab. Because if you watch that first fight and you watch what's happened since that first fight, nothing at all points to Peter Yan winning this fight. Again, he can win. I'm not fucking crazy, but you're lying to yourself. If you're picking him, it's based off of a hunch. Merab Dvalishvili, DS, a plethora of ways. Decision, obviously, very likely. Submission is live for him. TKO is live for him. He almost knocked out Corey Sandhagen. Merab Dvalishvili, money line. I'm comfortable. Obviously, I'm getting nervous. It's one of my favorite two fighters on the roster, but I'm going Merab.
As you do, though. As you do.
Right.
You just be getting nervous. Like, that's just the thing you do.
That's what I do. What do you do?
I mean, I can get a little nervous, but look, you said pretty much exactly what it is, right? Like, and I said this the other day too. For me, I know Islam is dominant. We expect Ilya to continue to be dominant, and we've got some guys who look like they're going to be champs for a while, and you know, who knows? Like Merab is more dominant than any of them. Like I like he is the most like he's the champion right now that I have the most confidence in now and moving forward. So yeah, I pretty much like exactly what you said. Like, what have you seen since? And okay, there's one thing that you can say is that Peter Yan had a broken hand the first time, allegedly, right? I think he did, right? And that's fine. But like, even still, man, like I think Merab has improved more than Peter Yan has. I don't think you can say Peter Yan has improved. I just think Peter Yan is really good. I just think that fuck, man, Merab now with a little bit better striking too. Again, the weaponized cardio, man. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but it's like Khamzat less dominant. Okay, well, I mean, physically, Khamzat's more dominant, right? Physically, Khamzat is more dominant for sure. And
real quick, I just want to shout out Punisher. Came here to say hi. It's 3 a.m. for me. I'm going to take a nap and BRB for the main card. We're not going to be here for the main card, but we fucking appreciate you. You can message us on IG. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, man, like, I think we'll find a lot out in the first round, right? Is Peter Yan going to do the downloading information thing that he's been known to do? Or is he going to come out swinging? But if he comes out swinging, then is he going to end up gassing by round 3 or you know, just not being quite as effective on the feet in round 3 and 4, at which point Merab, you know, as we saw in the Sandhagen fight, he gets even more comfortable. And even on the feet, he's comfortable at that point. So I just don't see a way, man. You know, I just don't see a way. Also, like, dude, Merab is like unbelievable at not taking damage and staying out of the way of shots, right? Yes, we've seen him rocked a couple times. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I mean, he's just so goddamn good defensively, man. He also like knows perfectly when to step on the gas and when to ease off, right? Like when to go for the takedown, when to shoot the takedown, when to pressure, and then when to like back off a little. He's a very smart fighter, man. I think that's one thing that's very underrated about him. So
let me say
I'm gonna go Merab by decision because he ends up playing a little safe.
Let me say this, DS. Peter Yan, man, a lot's being made of this 3-fight win streak. And again, a tough 3-fight losing streak before that. Of course, lost the belt to Aljo via that DQ knee in a fight that he was dominating. It was gearing towards a finish. It looked like he was about to finish Aljo. Aljo ended up, winning the title via that knee or whatever. And it is what it is. Look, Peter Yan, after that, goes and loses a close one to Sean O'Malley. Then he gets dominated by Merab Dvalishvili. Then, after that, finally gets on a winning streak, beats Song Yadong in a close fight, beats Deiveson Figueiredo pretty handily, I'd say, and then beats Marcus McGee in a pretty close fight, closer than people like to pretend it was, okay? My point is, those guys at that point are not these guys. He lost to the guys that were at the top of the division, goes on to win 3 straight fights against this young Song Yadong, who did I just say? It was Song Yadong. Who was the second fight? Deiveson Figueiredo, who at this point is aging. He's up a weight class. Peter Yan has the physical advantages over Deiveson Figueiredo. And then he beats a guy in Marcus McGee who never should have been near that top 10, top 5 area anyways. It was a blessing for Marcus McGee to even be close to there. So Is beating Marcus McGee by decision something that should earn you a title shot? I don't think so. But Marab's done such a good job at cleaning out the division that here the fuck we are. Look, man, I think Marab
I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're just gonna see the same fights over and over again? You know, like we
Right.
just saw those, and I know we did. This fight wasn't that long ago, but he made his way back around. You know, fine.
So Marab beats Peter Yan. Next is probably going to be Eamon Zahabi or Song Yadong if Song can beat Sean O'Malley, which is fucking wild that we can find ourselves in 2026 with Eamon Zahabi finding a title shot. But that's respect to Marab. I mean, respect to Eamon Zahabi for being on a 7-fight win streak. But
yeah, it's interesting. Like the guys that have no business, like have not defended the belt one time, are like, I'm moving the fuck up to fight this guy. And then you got Marab and Pantoja who cleaned out the division over and over, and it's like they're like, nah, I'm good.
And shout out to them, DS. Not only for that, before we get the fuck out of here, because T-minus 9 minutes to the main card, listen to this shit, bro. Look at all the champions in the UFC, and then this might give you some more respect for Merab Dvalishvili. Shout out Jamal Witherspoon, friend of the channel, Jamal Witherspoon. Bet your mortgage on this and get rich quick scheme. Iwo submission, Sadikov submission for plus 70.50. Brother, I'm going to screenshot that, and I'm going to play it. And if you're wrong, Jamal Witherspoon, and I lose my fucking house, brother, I'm coming to your crib. All right? Let me know what city you're in. Look, DS, Tom Aspinall, whatever the fuck your opinion is on Tom Aspinall, at this point, he's injured. Whether that's true or not, it's for you to decide. Regardless, Tom Aspinall injured, refusing to fight right now. There's a card in London in March. He refused. He got poked in the eye in October. November, December, January, February, March, 5 months is not enough to recover from that eye poke for whatever fucking that's worth. So he's not willing to fight right now. If he's not
That's
fighting
so
in March,
crazy, bro. That's so fucking crazy. Like
DS, if he's not fighting in March in London, he's not fighting for multiple months after that. So do that.
just the irony though of John Jones holding up the title and then now this. Like
I love it. Then we have Alex Pereira at 205. He's the champion. Just won the title a couple months back. Said he wanted to take some time, which again, he probably deserves for being a very active champion. And signs are pointing to like a May return for Alex Pereira, May, June, maybe the White House.
I like that. That's fine.
So, but look, I'm just saying June, right? So Alex Pereira at this point, not trying to be active. 85, we've got Khamzat Chimaev. He's got Ramadan coming up, refusing to fight before or during Ramadan. So
I hate that because this was so predictable with Khamzat. You just knew he was gonna fight once a fucking year. Like
so at this point, we're waiting until at least May. I guess April's a possibility, but I really doubt it. We're probably waiting till May for Khamzat. Then you move down to 170. It's Islam. Things are pointing to him and Kamaru Usman in fucking April, which is what the fuck are we doing? It's 2026. We're giving Kamaru Usman title shots off one win versus Joaquin Buckley. 55, we've got Ilia Topuria.
Welterweight's a fucking mess, though. Like welterweight is just a fucking mess.
Dude, 55, Ilia Topuria can't fight because his heart's broken. You feel me? Like my boy got divorced, and it's just like we're holding up the entire fucking sport. So there's that.
Yeah.
45, Volkanovski. You can't really argue about Volk. He's as active as any champion has been over the course of the last 5-6 years, and a little bit of a break is nice for him. But again, he's fighting at the end of January in Australia. Then you move down to fucking Merab and Pantoja. Pantoja is accountable. Pantoja, to me, is exactly like Dricus du Plessis. He is there. He's going to fight every 6-7 months. You know, he's going to fucking do his thing. You can count on him. Then you have Merab Dvalishvili, who's willing to save a card every fucking quarter. So these champions are not active. Like, they're really not fucking active. And we're in such a bad place, man. Klaus says, "G'day, team. Let's go. Good luck, boys." I believe that's Lethal. I'm pretty sure that's Lethal.
I'm pretty sure it is Lethal, yeah.
What up, Lethal? Yeah, so I don't know, DS. That's 323. I accidentally wrote 322. Shout out Burko in the chat for fixing that, guys. Like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to us. DS, T-minus 5 minutes. We got anything to say before we get the fuck out of here?
No, I mean, we've said a lot this fucking week, so thanks for tuning in. You know, maybe, are we going to hop on after? Probably not.
It depends. We'll see what happens, you know?
Maybe. This guy's going to be, unless Merab loses, then Bam Bam here will be very fucking emotional, so we're not going to do it.
And it is Lethal, by the way. Shout out Lethal. Shout out Lethal and the Toad. Go follow them.
All right, yeah. That's all I got, man.
50-50 chance we're on later, guys, depending on how the fuck we're feeling. 323 DS, I'm excited, and still is what we're going. Yeah, follow us on Instagram. We're gonna be fucking live posting shit throughout. Shout out NTRD for showing up, guys. Go show him some love. He hosts that content creator picks challenge, which you boys are number one in. First fucking place, DS. We got 2 weeks. We cannot afford to lose on some Moicano shit.
No, we're. I mean, I always knew we would be number one. I'm not even bullshitting you. This isn't me like tooting our own horn. We do this shit, you know.
Davey, are you at my house? Is that what you're telling me?
There's a pizza's here.
Is that what this guy's telling? Are you here with pizza, brother? If that's the case, DS, I'm gonna go fucking eat some pizza. God knows I don't need it. But
Do it.
anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys. We'll stay in touch. We'll probably be here after the show.
Ta-ta.